I'm joined now by my guy, Mike Reiss. Another year.
So excited, Steve.
Here we go. Another
year.
So
great to be back. And you, by the way, are in mid-season form with your first down.
I love that. Now hopefully they can tack on a few in Cincinnati. All right, let's talk. New era, new coach, new team, new everything, it seems like.
Yeah. Being down there, Steve, just feeling it.
Right.
And I think talk about Jerod Mayo, right? What's it like down there? I think the former player connecting with the current players. I was talking with Devon Godchow today, and Devon Godchow started up a podcast, Steve, and he went up to Jerod Mayo on Monday, and he said, "Would you be a guest on my podcast?" And Mayo said, "Absolutely." And they sat down together. And Steve, I bring up that story because, well, I know.
Can you imagine that? Would you be a guest on my podcast, Bill Belichick?
And I know. And you don't want to compare it because Bill Belichick's style was great and it worked. It's just a different time. And the reason I bring that up, Steve, is that the reason, I don't want to say the reason they made the change, but part of the change is just a new approach. It's let's connect with the players before we demand from them. And I think we're seeing that connection. Now let's see how it manifests itself out in the field.
Big picture, how do you think he's handled the media so far?
So Jerod Mayo, we've known him since he came in as a first-round pick in 2008. Jerod Mayo is honest. You ask him a question, he's going to tell you what he really feels. And Steve, I would say sometimes he's honest to a fault. It's just, to me, it's understanding his intention. His intention is, I want to connect with the fans. I want to let them know what's going on because they're investors in the team. I think he's going to find out, Steve. Sometimes I don't need to say as much as I do. He's going to find sort of that sweet spot. I think he's still working to find it.
Good stuff, Mike. Good stuff. So Jerod Mayo, by the way, named Jacoby Brissett as the Pats' starting quarterback to start the season. Both Brissett and the offense coordinator, Alex Van Pelt, have some familiarity with the Bengals from their time with the Browns. The Pats head coach was asked if that's a plus.
They offer, great insights on both sides of the football. Look, they're familiar with those guys, the team, the players, the scheme. Now, in saying that, every year is different. If you were to look at, Cincy 2 years ago, the offense and the defense still looks a little bit different. Now, will they go back to some of the things that they've done in the past? Absolutely. But this goes back to just being on, high awareness. Having high awareness is the most important thing.
I'm excited for this week ahead, excited for our team, to go on the road the first week and kind of, make our imprint this year and, what this 2024 season is going to be.
All right, so everybody was talking about Drake May. Yeah. They're going with Brissett. Yeah. And Brissett, I'm telling you, he may surprise you.
Yeah.
He knows the offense. Him and Van Pelt have been together before. How do you see this combination, especially against Cincinnati?
Yeah, and I think that history helps. I do think it helps, Steve. And I think for Jacoby Brissett, he's had 48 career starts, all right? So he has that experience. I think part of the whole Drake May thing is, would you want to put him in the first game in that setting? I do think there's something to that. I think Jacoby Brissett, you're trying to get the 2019 version of him. When he was with the Colts, Steve, he started 5-2, and they were hot. So I think some people just assume that, this Jacoby Brissett's like a placeholder.
He's not.
You made the point on the first Patriots All Access we had on the first day of training camp. Like Geno Smith, no one was expecting anything of him in Seattle. So just a little respect for Jacoby Brissett. This is 9th year. He's been around. He's been in some tough spots. He's a tough player.
And not only is he a tough player, he's a team player.
He's a team player, a good mentor to Drake May.
No question.
And Steve, look, I'm not sitting here and telling you he's a top 5 quarterback. He's a top 10 quarterback. But just a little respect for a guy who, when he was with the Browns, he only threw 6 interceptions in that 2022 season when he started 11 games. If the Patriots can get that version of him, support him with the defense, special teams, maybe they have a chance.
Well, not a bad point. Mike can take care of the football, right?
Got to take care of it.
Got to take care of the football, and hopefully he's smart with the football.
That's right.
And you know what? He didn't really get a chance. We'll see how he does. We want to judge him by
He didn't play in the preseason, Steve. He played 27 snaps
That's
in the preseason.
Take care
Played
of that
better
football.
in practice.
Don't you fumble my football.